All right, here we are, match 3. Coming to now. Murnane, big serve into the 6, picked up by Army, sent all the way across, free ball over. Scheider is there. Murnane back to Scheider, big block. Good pick up by the Johnnies. And Blazer goes down the line for the score. Aiden Blazer earns the first point for the Johnnies here in this last match of the day. And we'll try to set the stage for you as we come along. Murnane and the Johnnies 1. Army 0 early, set 1. Murnane, big serve into the 6, passed up high. Strong side attack, tipped over. Murnane touches it. Baldessari goes up to Blazer, who's blocked. And Pofu from the right side, recovered by Army. Nice attack. Blazer, good job keeping it in play, and Scheider goes over with 2 hands. Army, tip shot, doesn't go. No, it does go, is blocked. Big swing from the left side. Scores for Army. 1-1 early in set 1.
Army sends the ball over. Hagel with a serve receive to nobody. Seems like a little bit of a miscommunication there. Somebody could have definitely got that. I wouldn't call that Hagel's fault. We'll try that again. Army sends the ball over. Blazer with the serve receive. Murnane goes back to Aiden. Quick tempo. Aiden roll shots it over. Looks like Army. Yeah, I saw that with my own eyes too. Nonetheless, great connection between Blazer and Murnane there. Blazer back to serve. Score is, can't see, 2-2. Blazer sends the ball over, paints the sideline a little bit. Oh, back row attack, a little bit of scramble there. Looks like we might have gotten away with a couple lifts on that one. Army sends the ball. Blazer digs. Murnane out to Baldessari. Ball's back in play. And Pafu's free balls it over. Ooh.
Army strong side attack doesn't. Oh, we got a net violation, St. John's. I didn't think it went.
That was my first time doing that, so I hope
you
guys
did great.
enjoyed.
You did great. I don't know who's out there. I assume the Scheider crew is back. You never know. Watch party, probably 300 people. Army's going to serve up 3-2. Number 11 is short into the net. Point St. John's. Back to serve. Quinn Scheider kicks a chair out of his way like he owns the place. Scheider goes down the line. Picked up by Army. Middle attack. Tipped over. Baldessari knocks it out of the reach. And out of play. It's a point. Army, they lead 4-3. Army to serve. It's long and underneath the bleachers. Good hustle by Marcus Lemos for the Johnnies to bring it back. 4-4 is the score. And Pofu, big serve into the 6. Set outside. Oh my gosh, it's hammered. Nice dig by Blazer, and he slices one deep into the corner. They say no block. I don't know, somehow 4 contacts, but it's going to be a point. Army. 5-4, Army leads early set 1. Libero, number 1, to serve. Toss, strike. Baldessari sends it over into court 36. We're not playing on that court anymore. It's an ace serve Army. They lead 6-4.
I think this is where the bench could do a little bit of a better job of helping the players on the court out with calling serves in and out.
Well stated. Libero sends her over again. Baldessari there. Statler Scanlon over to back to Baldessari. Straight down. That's a kill. A good kill for the Johnnies. And now Baldessari earns his way back to the service stripe. Serving to try to tie things up at 6. Strong serve is long, and at this point, Army, they now lead 7-5. Tail the tape here. St. John's wins this. They lock themselves into a number 2 finish. Blazer off the high hands, picked up by Army, but not back. Point St. John's, and now another attempt to tie things up at 7 as the ball rolls into the broadcast booth. We got some announcer pixie dust sprinkled upon that, and now Hagel to serve. Another attempt to tie things up. Hagel goes down the line. Army picks it up in system. Right side attack. Big swing. Down for the kill. Point Army. Army 8. St. John's 6. Good strong serve. Catches the net cord. Falls in front of Baldessari. And now Army leads 9-6. In set 1. Winner of this match, again I'll reiterate, will lock themselves into a top 2 finish. Sexton sends it over. It's into the net and not coming back. That's a kill for the first year from the right side. Point St. John's. And Pofu will check in. Stadelman Scanlon gets a break. Sexton after the kill, he earns a break. Murnane in to serve. Johnny's down 2. Murnane up. Murnane over. Good pass in system. Strong side attack coming. Tip shot. Murnane pops it up. Hagel goes back to Blazer. Blazer punches into the deep 1. Scoring for St. John's. 8-9. St. John's down 1. And now Murnane will try to tie things up in set 1. Murnane, big toss. Big swing. Good serve. Great pass by Army. Middle attack. Crushing blow through the block and to the floor. And another tie attempt thwarted by Army. Army leads 10-8. Serve over. Hagel there. Quickly into Scheider, and Scheider goes deep 1. Good timing there. Murnane up to Scheider. Scheider's already in the air by the time Murnane gets the ball. So really it's Murnane finding Scheider, and now Blazer with a chance to tie. He goes down the side and middle attack. Fought off by Hagel. Blazer over. Drops in and sent right back. Murnane with options. Quickly into Scheider again. This time the pesky net in the way. And once again, third time in a row, the Johnnies can't tie up Army. Sent over. Hagel sends it up high. Murnane pushes back, and Pofu, big swing. Picked up by Army. Scheider with the big attack, picked up by Army, and then Army blazes one through the block to the floor. And I'll have to take the headset off and go get the ball. Nope, we got some help there. There's the relay. Now a 3-point advantage for Army. They lead 12-9. Toss, strike. Finds the net. Point St. John's. Now Quinn Scheider back to serve. Down 2. It's 10-12 with number 11 serving. Good serve into the 6. Nice pass. Run the slide. Net violation. Johnnies. 13-10 now. Army serving. Toss, strike. Blazer, perfect pass. Murnane with options. Outside, Baldessari off the block. Picked up by Army. Middle attack. No, it's a back row attack. Finds the net. Point St. John's. St. John trails by 2. Mpofu back to serve. Climbs into the broadcast booth. Sitting alongside of you. Mpofu toss. Good serve. Nice pass in system. Strong side attack. It's a good one. Blazer punches it over and just long. Blazer with the dig sends it back over. Almost caught the back stripe, but it was long. Substitutions now. For the Johnnies. Toss over Baldessari, good pass. Scanlon back set to Blazer. Blazer from the right side scores for the Johnnies. Johnnies doing a good job staying within 2, but they can't quite get over the hump to tie it up. Baldessari back to serve. Picked up by Army. Scram. Can't elevate high enough to get that block, and now Army, good job turning over the Johnnies. They lead by 3 once again. High turnover percentage again for Army. Johnnies have been facing that pressure most of the day. Good serve. Baldessari fouls it off the wall. Ace serve, Army. Army immediately turns over the Johnnies and then gets a point of two of their own, and that's how they've grown this into a 4-point advantage. 16-12. Down the line, Blazer pops it up high. Blazer gets the ball back. Big swing. It's over the block. No touch. Point Army. 17-12 now. The lead's a handful. Army to serve once again. 5-point advantage. Big toss, big swing. Blazer, good pass. Stadelman, Scanlon, back row. Baldessari off the neckboard, picked up by Army. They're going to go strong side. Nice dig by Hagel. Blazer from the strong side. Triple block is there. He hits into it, and it's down. And Army opens up a 6-point lead. Army pulling away here in set number 1. Serve over, Blazers there, perfect pass, Donovan Scanlon into the middle, Scram off the block and out of play, point Johnnies. Scram executes from the front row to score for the Johnnies. Hagel sends it into the 6, middle attack, past the block. Good job by Baldessari, but Sexton can't get the last touch. It's ruled a double as that ball went over the net. Doubles are legal on your own side, but not when it crosses the net. Army leads by 6, 19-13. Big toss, big swing, it's over. Baldessari is there. Stadelman Scanlon back to Baldessari from the back row. He can't score, and Army has won the race to 20. They lead 20-13. Touchdown on an extra point lead for Army. Good strong serve, Baldessari, great pass. Stadelman Scanlon outside Blazer, roll shot over the block, still blocked. Joust at the net, won by Scheider, and Scheider sends it deep into the 5 and scores for the Johnnies. Scheider says we're not going down without a fight. Substitutions now. And Mpofu will check back in. Murnane will check back in. Murnane will serve. He's down 6. 14-20 here, set number 1. Match 3 on the day. Murnane, big toss. Good strong swing into the net. Rolls over the net for the ace. Not sure he planned it that way, but good forceful serve. Rolled it over the net. Murnane again. This time it's over the net. Good pass and system. Right side attack. Big swing off the block. Off Baldessari. Off the wall. Off the side wall. And back down. Point Army. Army 21. St. John's 15. Serve over. Blazer goes in there, and there's a quick attack. Murnane to Scheider for the kill. Scheider off the facial region of the the Army defender. I'm looking at the court in the distance. Has Navy playing, so we got Army and Navy on side-by-side courts. Holy cow. Set into the middle. Hammered down by Army. What a blast that was. Quick attack. Scores. Baldessari rolls the ball back. Hagel throws the other ball back. And now here comes Army. Sent over. Hagel there. Murnane pushes back to Mpofu. Bump back over. Back row attack. Blazer right into the block. Stuff block. Army 23-16. Kara. Blazer up. Murnane across. Big time swing by Baldessari. Down for the kill. Back to serve now, Quinn Scheider. Scheider down 6, 17-23. Good serve, ace serve, Quinn Scheider. Sent a floater over that found its way into the 6-1 seam. Timeout called by Army. It's 23-18. Johnny's within 5.
All they need is a little push here. It's once they get the momentum going, it'll be easier to keep it up, but getting it going is the hard thing. And honestly, if you're gonna have a momentum switch, you'd rather have it be from bad early in the game to finishing strong later in the game. So let's hope that's what we see here.
Let's hope. We've got another 5-pack in us to tie this thing up. Set 1 here on court 37. Last match of the day for both these teams. Both teams 1-on-1 on the day. Both teams 3 sets won and 3 sets lost. Army with the slight edge in point percentage. Quinn Scheider to serve. Can he find another seam and find another ace? Passed up nicely this time. Strong side attack. Big swing into the block. Popped out of the net by Scram. Good job. We got a rotation problem on Army. Point Johnny's. 19-23 now. Scheider wants the ball. Scram will fire it back to him. R2 is going to check the lineup in rotation. She called a rotation error there, giving the Johnnies the point. Scheider goes down the line. Good serve. Nice pass. Middle attack. Tipped over. Blazer can't get there. Nice shot by Army to find the open floor. 24-19 now. Army on the hook for set number 1. Here comes the serve. It's a strong one. Wow, what a wicked serve to end set number 1. I'm going to go get the ball, step aside, let you listen to a little Chad Johnson music. Or not. How about listening to the sounds of the game?
All right, looks like we're making our lineups are correct this time. It's like set 2 is underway.
Army starts now. Short serve. Blazer goes down to get it. Murnane to Scheider. Scheider a little bit underneath it. Sends it into the back net. And Army takes the first point of set number 1. Short serve again. Baldessari goes down to get it. Murnane tries to go on 2. It's blocked. Scheider swipe right. Scores for St. John's. Nice set by Blazer. Scheider goes up with 2 hands. Pushes the ball down to the floor. Right side. Murnane now to serve. Big swing. Good pass. And Blazer tries to shove it over. Nice pickup by Army. And they're strong side attack is a good one. Splits the block and goes straight to the floor. 2-1. Army leads. They also lead 1-0. Baldessari, Murnane, Scheider, floor. Point, Johnny's. Nice quick work there. Good pass, good set. Good kill. And now Blazer serves 2-2 into the 6th. Joust won by Army at the net. Murnane's going to set in Pofu off the high hands and down. And Pofu, good strong attack, scores for St. John's. And they lead now 3-2. Blazer back to serve. Blazer punches over into the 5-16. Picked up, strong side attack. Big one. Blocked. Dug up by Murnane. And Baldessari pushes through the block. Here comes Army. Tipped over. Murnane is there. Blazer's going to go back to Baldessari. Into the block. Blazer can't pick it up. Point Army 3-3 in set 2. Here comes Army. Toss, strike, good one. Nagel fights it off, and Blazer sends it from the back row over. Middle attack. Double block there, but pushed out of bounds. Point, Army. Great work by Baldessari to chase the ball down. But Army, too much on that middle attack, and here they come now, leading 4-3. Big toss, big swing. Boy, is that a rocket. Great pass. And Scheider on the quick attack. Just catches the top of the net. Now Army leads 5-3. Wow, that is a vicious serve. It hits the net. It's a point. Johnny's. Now Quinn Scheider back to serve. Down 1. 4-5. Scheider, good serve. Rotation issue again, and we're knotted up at 5. R2 sees something she doesn't like. And Johnny's are tied. Scheider to serve. Knotted at 5. Scheider goes down the line. Good serve, good pass and system. Strong side attack through the block. Scheider with the dig. Murnane pushes outside. It's over. Baldessari can't climb the ladder, and it's a point Army. Army takes the lead, 6-5. Serve over, Baldessari is there. Blazer, no, Scram brings it back. It's up in the air. Blazer's going to free ball it over. He sends it even higher. Here comes Army now. Strong side attack. It's a beauty, and it's to the floor. Point Army. Army's going to serve. Sends it into the 6. Blazer's there. Murnane with options. Goes to Mpofu. He goes cross court off the deflection. Out of play. Mpofu scores from the right side and earns his way back to the service stripe. Mpofu, high toss, big swing, good serve, ball on the court. We'll do it again. 6-7. It was a good serve from Mpofu. Serve into the 6, picked up by Army, middle attack, tipped over the block. Blazer goes down to get it, sends it out of play, and it's a point Army. They bring the pound, and they bring the precision. Army's offense working on all cylinders here in this match. They're up 1-0, and they're up 8-6 here in set number 2. Blazer, Murnane, Baldessari into the block and down. Nice strong attack by Baldessari, scoring 4. The Johnnies, and he earns his way back to the service stripe. Looking to tie things up. Baldessari goes down the line. Good pass and system. Right side attack. It's a good one, and it's down. Army doing a good job turning over St. John's, not allowing set 2 to get tied. 9-7. Good serve. Baldessari, good pass. Murnane all the way across. Blazer steps into a left hand past the block. Blazer sends it wide. No touch. Point Army. Blazer got the overpass. Oh no, I guess we do have a touch. I don't know if that was an integrity call. I didn't see any official call it. But we'll take the touch, and now Scram to serve. in system, right side attack. It's down the line. It's wide. And there is the tie score. Set number 2 is 9-9. Scram back to serve once again. R2 coaching Army on where they need to be. Scram into the 6. Picked up nicely. Middle attack. Double block is there. And it's down. Point. St. John's. And St. John's takes the lead. 10-9 here in set number 2. Scram. Down the line. Good serve. Good pass in system. Right side attack coming. Tip into Blazer and out of play. And in set 2, we've reached the Herkster point. 10-10. Set number 2 on court 37. Murnane gets it up in Pofu. Murnane takes out 2 chairs. I hope they're okay. Not worried about Will. He's an animal. Nice set, and Pofu scores 11-10. Murnane now to serve. Big serve. Good pass in system. Strong side attack. Tipped over. Murnane is there, but St. John's in the net. Point. Army. I've got 11-11. The scoreboard says 12-10 in favor of St. John's. I don't think they're right. I think I'm right. It's a Dave Koenig, point 11-11 with number 11 serving. Baldessari with the pass. Murnane, great set back to Blazer. Blazer goes cross court for the winner. And St. John's now leads 12-11. Blazer to serve. Blazer to the net, and it's 12-12. 12-12 the score, set number 2. Army leads 1-0. Army to serve. Sent over, Blazer, good pass. Murnane quickly to Scheider, off the deflection, and down. Quinn Scheider scores for the Johnnies. Audrey, I saw you had a word with Quinn. Anything you want to share with our viewing audience?
For legal purposes, I asked if he needed a water bottle refill.
Got it. Scheider, ace serve. Good thing you got that water bottle filled, Audrey. He had a nice kill and an ace serve, and it's 14-12.
I'm not rostered as a coach, so I don't exactly know what's allowed and what's not.
Got it. Okay, well, maybe you could just share your observations with the viewing audience. And
I've been observing that sometimes when the setter, Will, comes off the net, Quinn tends to approach too close to the net, and that makes it almost impossible to see the ball and see the court in front of you. So it's like you're looking at the ceiling trying to swing the ball into the court, and just by the mechanics of it, it doesn't work. So if I were to tell Quinn something, I would probably tell him to stay a little bit further behind Will so he can see the ball in front of him as well as the court and what's open.
got it. Very astute observation. If you were to have told Quinn something, maybe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, maybe we can get Quinn's dad to coach him up on that. Scheider off the net cord, good serve, but it's picked up by Army. Strong side attack is over the block and long. Point to the Johnnies. Johnnies 15-12 now they lead. Scheider again down the line, off the net cord to the floor. Ace serve, Quinn Scheider. All right, Audrey, clear something else for us. Urban Myth has it that the last 12.8 seconds of every practice is spent working on the net serve rollover. Is that true or false?
This is true.
Oh, it is true. Okay. Quinn Scheider into the six. Another ace. More conventional ace this time. Quinn Scheider opening up a little of a lead for St. John's. It's now 5. Scheider, 17-12. He goes down the line, off the net cord and over. Boy, that last 12.8 seconds of every practice is working for Quinn Scheider. Timeout call by Army. We'll step aside for a minute. Sorry for the constant breaks, trying to slop up a little dinner here. It's getting late in the night. Shout out for our viewers. We got a Murnane fan. Scheider sends it over into the 6. Picked up nicely. Strong side attack coming off the block. Over on 1. Scheider with the dig. Baldessari into the block and down. Point. Johnny's. So maybe a sister of Will, potentially, we're guessing in the viewing audience. Former Benny volleyballer and European travel mate in the audience watching. Thanks for tuning in as Scheider misses by half a tile. Point, Army.
Former Audrey's roommate, Larry, is here. Hi, Larry.
Army sends it over. Baldessari pops it up and over. Army picks it out of the net. Strong side attack, roll shot over, picked up by Blazer. Murnane goes outside, Baldessari punch shot, deep 5, picked up by Army. High into the air, they're going to free ball it over, there it is. Blazer is there, Murnane with options, back to Papu, Pofu. Big time attack into the 6, it's fouled off deep into court 40.
And what was better, the swing or that celly by Blazer?
I missed the celly, so I would vote for the swing.
I probably would too.
And Pofu to serve, 20-13. Big serve, nice pass in system, strong side attack over the block, picked up by Pofu. Murnane, good hustle, sends it outside to Baldessari, but he watches it go over the net and out. Point Army, 20-14. Johnny is on top, needing this set to extend the match and launch themselves into a top 2 finish in the pool. Good serve, Baldessari there. Murnane back to Blazer in the back row, off the deflection, picked up by Army. Free ball coming and sent over. Blazer there, Murnane. Scram, picked up by Army. Right side attack, big swing into the block. Scram, picked out of the net by Baldessari. He'll get the ball back, big swing cross court. It's long, point Army. Army showing some grit defensively. They're not ready to go as they're only down 5. 20-15, Johnny's lead. They're up 5, they need 5. Serve over. Blazer there. Murnane outside. Baldessari into the block. And Murnane gives it a rip off the net cord. Army picks it up. Strong side attack. It's a good one. Blazer, nice dig. Murnane into the middle. Scram pushes deep 5. Picked up by Army. They're going to come strong side. Big swing! Nice dig by Blazer, and it's back over again. Army quickly. Double block. Sent back. Right side attack. It's a big one. Scrambling are the Johnnies, but it's a double contact. Blazer had the block and then a bump and then a kick. Point Army, and now it's 20-16. Army creeping into this one. Army wants to end the match right here. Toss down the line. Blazer sends it up. Murnane with options. Back to Mpofu. Back row attack is a good one. Score! Johnnies, 21-16. Baldessari now to serve. Leads by 5. Baldessari, good serve. Nice pass in system, right side attack. It's outside, partially blocked. Army picks it up. Strong side attack. Roll shot over. Baldessari goes and gets it. Sends it over, but it's tipped at the net. Third ball comes over. Baldessari sends it up high, and Pofu is going to send it outside. Blazer comes screaming in with the left hand. Somehow gets it over. Strong side attack down the line, and Pofu dig over the R1. Point Army. Johnny's 21. Army 17. Timeout called. We'll talk it over. I'll step aside. All right, we're back out of the timeout. It's Johnny's by 4, 21-17. Here comes Army. Good serve over. Hagel, good pass all the way across. Blazer down the line, and this is wide. (21-18) now. Serve over. Hagel there. Murnane, joust loss at the net. He tools the block, Murnane does. Earns the kill. Nice job by Murnane to get up high and score.
Smart play to not even try to put that anywhere near the court, because with the momentum he had going to the left, there's no way. So smart to tool the block there.
Scram into the one. Army's big attack off the block, out of play. Point Army, they're not going away. 22-19. Johnny's lead by 3. They need 3. Army with the serve. Army wants to go home now. Johnny's want to get to a third set. Serve is over. It's Baldessari. I almost made a play on it, but I was well off the tile. That's an ace serve. I almost got run over by 3 charging Johnnies. Johnny lead is 2. Serve over. Blazer there. Murnane quickly to Scheider off the block. Picked up. Blazer takes the overpass and slams it down. Blazer scores for the Johnnies. Murnane now back to serve. 3-point lead. Johnnies need 2. Murnane sends it down the line. Block! Scheider! Look at the celly! 2 hands cuffed. Scheider with the stuff block. Point Johnny's, and now Will Murnane on the hook for set 2 to send this to a third as the Wild clinch a playoff berth with a 5-2 victory over Vancouver. Murnane, another vicious serve picked up by Army. Good pass. Right side attack off the block into the bench. Point Army. Johnnies are going to have to do it with a side out. Army to serve. They're down 3. Johnnies need 1. Serve over. Blazer there. Murnane sends it across. Scheider behind the head. Scores! Quinn Scheider with a little dipsy doodle behind the head for the kill, and we're headed to 3. 25-21. Quinn Scheider scores for, I think we get an S, a J, and a U, I think is what we're trying to show you here. Nice job, team. SJU scores their 25th point in set number 2. We're 1 set apiece, and we're going to 3 again. The winner here will lock themselves into a top 2 finish. I'm going to try some music again. I don't know what's going on here. We'll go try Ride Along. Still no audio. Oh, there we go, a little bit. Okay, I'm going to take a break, finish my mashed potatoes.
Let it cry, let it be. Last kiss for you and me. We'll turn the page, go winning way. Heart of gold, heart of love. Can't see it's all above. Well, the worst word gets better every day. Feel the good one coming on in an old-fashioned country song. Well, brown eyes singing all night long. God, but not alive. Can't always get what you want, but we'll be proud every Saturday night. Mama tried, daddy lied. Who thought I'd walk the line? Well, it's true, you both can't survive. Feel the good walk coming on and old-fashioned country song with brown eyes singing all night long. Man on an older road, Hank Williams, God rest his soul. Every road's test to have a song. Was prison on a runaway train. Never thought I could feel such pain. As your own rescue ride along. Oh, I'm a lonesome song. I'm a lonesome song. Prince, Mary Jane, last dance, well, it's all the same way. Old Reds, been outside. Lights on the TV.
All right, we're getting ready for set number 3. Murnane starts it now. Big serve deep into the 1, picked up by Army. Middle attack is a good one. Johnny's scrambled but can't come up with it. Point to Army. Well, the rest of the session is in the books. Eau Claire comes in as the 5th seed. They go 0-3 in this pool, so they're 4th. Parker will take the top seed. The winner of this match takes the 2nd. The loser takes the 3rd. Blazer out of the middle scores. Audrey, how does that get called mid-set like that?
That, I'm guessing, was a predetermined play.
Free ball play? Because
Yeah.
Blazer definitely made a
Definitely.
different approach. Blazer now 1-1, sends it over. Good serve, good pass and system. Army middle attack, tipped over. Blazer can't get there. Point Army. Nice precise shot by Army, and they lead 2-1. Net serve. Gives the ball back to St. John's. 2-2 here in set 3. Either way, these teams will play at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Scheider down the line. Good serve. Picked up nicely by Army. Middle attack. It's a good one. Baldessari got a piece of it, but it's straight to the floor after that, and it's a point. Army, they now lead 3-2.
Looks like we got a tile popped out of the court here.
A tile problem. We got Aiden on it. No one better. I got grabbed by the tripod. Just about yanked my head. Army's going to serve. Good serve. Hagel, good pass. Baldessari somehow, some way puts it in as he takes a seat on the bench. Strong side attack. It's off the block. Baldessari keeps it alive. Blazer sends it over to Mpofu. Roll shot over the block. And we play on. Strong side attack again by Army over the block. Blazer, nice dig. Murnane goes outside. Baldessari just long. Touch called over here. Point St. John's. It was a good attack by Baldessari. It wasn't a confident touch call, but it was a touch call.
Some good scrap
3.
plays there. The boys are doing a good job of knowing where they are and where they can and cannot step.
3-3, and Mpofu to serve. Good serve, nice pass and system, strong side attack. Roll shot over, Blazer is there. Murnane goes on 2 and scores. Will Murnane last second decision to turn the shoulders and put it down, and St. John's now leads 4-3. Again, we're racing to 15. It happens fast. Mpofu. Big toss, big jump, big swing, good serve, good pass. Strong side attack into the block. Tip shot over. Blazer goes down to get it. Baldessari tries to bring it back. They're playing now on court 36. That's not allowed. Good hustle by the Johnnies, but it's not coming back, and it's 4-4 now in set 3. Racing again to 15. Libero to serve. Sent over. Blazer is there. Murnane with options. Goes over on 2 and scores. Will Murnane, a simple little set over the back, finds the floor, and Johnny's lead 5-4. Baldessari, good serve, good passing system. Back row attack coming, tipped over. No, back row attack violation. The set was too tight in the net. I saw the attacker try to stay behind the 10-foot line, couldn't do it, and we got a timeout Army as they trail 6-4 here in set 3. Good action going on here on court 37. The Johnnies fighting for second place in their pool. Army wanting the same. Teams break the huddle, they retake the floor. 6-4 as Baldessari is going to get us going once again. Baldessari, toss, good serve into the 6, perfect pass, right side attack coming, big swing. Good hustle by Hagel, but you can hear him hitting the floor. He hits the floor hard. That time he hit the floor off the tiled surface, right straight on the concrete. Point Army. Good hustle, but it didn't work out. Army looking to tie things up. Hagel, nice pass. Murnane shoves it on 2. Will Murnane, he loves that two-hander. Audrey, is that dangerous to go up with two hands and potentially double or carry?
I would say if you're a middle, I would strongly advise against it, but for setters, they typically have a good grasp on that.
All right, Scram sends it into the 1-6, picked up by Army, strong side attack. Mpofu with the dig, sent across, Blazer into the block. Punched at, and Will Murnane takes it over. Here comes Army, right side attack, it's way outside, oh no. Scheider, free ball over, Army's gonna come at us again, here they come, middle attack, tipped over. And down. Scrappy all around, but Army just kept on coming and found the floor for the kill. Serve over, Baldessari there, Murnane, Baldessari back row off the block into the floor. Baldessari scores for St. John's. Murnane now back to serve. He's got a 2-point lead. Halfway home are the Johnnies. That one finds the net. Point Army. 8-7. 8-7. Johnnies lead. Here's the serve. Off the net. Picked up by Scheider. Murnane back to Scheider off the block. Picked up. Blazer sends it up high. Murnane with options. Goes back to Blazer. Two-hander down. Picked up by Army. Right side attack. It's a blast, but it's wide. And it's a point Johnnies. Johnnies now lead 9-7. Oh, ball came back hard into the stairs. Blazer to serve into the 6. Right side attack coming Army through the block. Blazer picks it up. Murnane with options. Goes to Mpofu. Big time swing. Big time block by Army for the point. Army with the stuff block. And it's a tight one. 9-8.
Xander just flew through the air off the court over there.
Army goes over. Hagel is there. Murnane wants Mpofu. Off the block and to the floor. Mpofu scores for the Johnnies, and they win the race to double digits. Johnnies 10, Army 8. Scheider to serve off to our right. Here he comes. Setter may have left early. Get away with it. Right side attack is a good one. Off the deflection, out of play. Point Army. Army won't go away. 10-9. Now. Army to serve. Big toss. Big swing. Sent over. Blazer goes down to get it. Murnane with options. Outside. Baldessari. Tips. Pesky net in the way. And we've hit the Herkster point. 10-10 in set 3. We're racing to 5 for the match. Number 5 serving. Big serve. Blazer number 5 receives. Murnane sends it across. Baldessari tips it. Doesn't go. Point. Army. Timeout. St. John's as Army has taken the lead. 11-10 in the latter stages of set 3 and the match.
Controlling their attitudes, their energy, that kind of stuff right now is crucial because that is what will determine this game. If they can pull themselves out of this little rut that they're in, they're golden. But if they sink into it, you might as well call it game now.
Well, I'm not calling it game now. I think it was a great timeout. I think they
I
talked
agree.
it through. And let's see what happens. Coaching staff has been very good at the coach's point. Is there any, I haven't seen a service error, I think, by Army yet. Is there any chance we get one here?
I hear they're pretty disciplined over there.
Good serve. Hagel fouls it off. Point Army. Now they lead by 2. Army by 2. 12-10. Set 3. Big toss. There's a service error, so can't give it to the coaches, but close.
Delayed.
Delayed coach's point. Mpofu. Down 1. 11-12. Need to connect on a serve here. Mpofu, big toss. Big swing. Good serve. Nice pass. Middle attack punched over. Here come the Johnnies. Murnane outside. Baldessari off the block. And we're tied. 12-12 the score. And down the stretch they come. 3 points away from victory on either side of the net. And Mpofu will get the first crack at it. 12-12. And Mpofu toss. He leaps. He strikes. Good serve. Great pass and system. Strong side attack. Down the line. And Mpofu gets it up. Look out, Will. Oh, my gosh. That's Nathan Hagel sacrificing everything. Taking chairs out. 13-12. Army leads. Libero to serve. Here's the approach. Sent over. Baldessari is there. Murnane back to Blazer. Back row. He's long. And it is match point against ×3. Timeout St. John's. Got the look they wanted there. Set it to Blazer in the back row. He just got a little bit underneath it. Sent it too deep into the 1.
This game is far from over. They just got to slow it down, simplify it, play some volleyball, and they'll make it work. 1 point at a time.
1 point at a time, 1 touch at a time. It's going to start with the pass. and take a good pass. Drawn up an attack. 14-12. Backs against the wall. St. John's has the libero from Army to serve. There's a toss sent over. Blazers there. Good pass. Murnane into Scram. Not down. Blazers going to go outside. Baldessari over the block. Picked up by Army. Look out. Back row attack. Roll shot over him. Pofu is there. Murnane outside. Baldessari off the block. Picked up by Army. Strong side attack coming. Roll shot. Doesn't go. I guess it was blocked by Scram. There's a big swing. Blazer with the dig. Outside. Baldessari. Into the net. Point set and match to Army. 15-12 the final. Good match. Good strong match. Army comes out on top. They'll take the second seed overall. Good battle by St. John's. Just came up a bit short in the end. They take the third seed overall, and they'll play tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Army, again, will play at 9 a.m. Both teams at 9, I think. Checking the stats here, I think Army, yeah, it's just going to a challenge match. St. John's will go to a challenge match. St. John's will ref at 8 and play at 9. They're going to play on court, looks like 31 tomorrow morning. Huddle afterwards. Good match, a good day of volleyball. It's been a long day. We arrived here 14 and a half hours ago. Putting it in that term sounds a little rough. Murnane's tired. He hits the deck. A good show by the Johnnies. In the end, a bit short. They drop a 3-setter to Army. Thank you in advance for your service for those on the other side of the net and anyone watching who protects us in our country. God bless America. All right. That'll do it from the Kansas City Convention Center just before 10 p.m. We will sign off for now and pack things up, head home, plug everything in, try to top off charging. Not sure how much Johnny Volleyball I'll be able to bring tomorrow, but I'll do my best to participate as I can. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your comments. Thanks for your support of Johnny Volleyball. Always appreciated. A few call outs. Huge thank you to my friend Sam McKay in the Easy Reels application. That's what we use here to bring you the broadcast, the scoreboard overlay, highlights, multiplayer, tournament mode, free to view on YouTube. Thank you to Sam McKay. Bill and Mary Cronin down at Mineral Springs Brewery. If you're down in the Owatonna area, head down there. Friends of the program, former teammates. To Dr. James D. Welbrock. Much appreciate his expertise and support. And we always give a shout out to Kurt Gleason, Adam Beamer in the Northern Lights Club. Lots of history with Northern Lights, so we have appreciation to them.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. Hi, Grandma and Grandpa. You should go to bed now, though. It is almost 10 o'clock, so you should go to bed now. But thanks for watching. Bye, Grandma. Love you.
Well, let me tell you what. We do have call-in capability. If any of the grandparents or shout-outs that were just mentioned are still up. We do have the ability to take calls. If you want to call in, and we'll try to get Quinn back on the phone here, 651-340-6178. If you're still there as I'm continuing my thank yous, give us a shout. We'd love to talk. Executive producer Kara Spoladoro, she's always the good spotter. The Spoladoro sisters, Audrey was commentary, Macy was background. Appreciate their support. Chad Johnson music, that's the music here. Why do you hear Chad Johnson music? Because A, he's a good guy, B, his music is good, and C, it keeps us out of YouTube jail. So, again, if you want to call in, 651-340-6178. We'll take your call. Happy to go try to grab the player that you befriend the most. Otherwise, we'll shut down. Generally, what I like to do is play some Chad Johnson music as I'm shutting down. One of my favorites, this is called Brick by Brick. Have a good night, and we hope to talk to you tomorrow.